Jude, the servant of Jesus Christ, and brother of James, to them that are sanctified by God the Father, and preserved in Jesus Christ, and called, mercy unto you, and peace and love be multiplied. First John 3 verses 1 and onwards are the promises. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Behold, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. And every man that hath this hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure. That is a really awesome promise. So that's the promises of Jesus and of God the Father. And that's the promises of Jesus. I'm trying to find some notes here, because I had some notes and I have to make some notes, because otherwise I'm just going to keep forgetting things and then just going to keep coming back and forth, cut back and forth all the time, and just wasting time really. So that's why I tried to make some notes instead. So it says here, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. So we're to try the spirits, basically, is what it's saying there. And then the third angel's messages, which was what I was trying to complete before earlier on, and then I just started getting ill. As you all know, I'm quite ill at the moment with this vomiting and high temperatures and fevers that keeps going and coming. I don't know what's going on with that. I've been ill since July. That's why I was asking you all to donate something, if you all can. Anything that you can donate, to help the brethren, because Jesus also spoke about helping, didn't he? I think he said something about helping, being generous and things like that. He said it's better to give than to receive, didn't he? And he also said that, if your neighbour comes to you and you've got to give, then you should give. Can't remember where that's taken from, what verse that's been taken from. I can't really remember where it's been taken from, but it's there. Talks about giving. You don't have to give, obviously. It's just it's just give. I give sometimes. So the third angel's messages is, fear God, give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. So the hour of his judgment, when he said that's in verse 6, is that verse 6? Yeah, it says, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, I've lost where it is now. Oh yeah, it's verse 7 now. So saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. Now, I'm not very familiar with these promises, the third angel's messages. I mean, I am familiar from reading the Great Controversy. I remember reading it, when I was a child. I read about the 2300-day time prophecy and stuff like that. But I don't know. I haven't got like a vast amount of knowledge. So if you know more about it as well, then you should, if you could put comments on underneath as well, so we can all know about it. We can all grow together in the third angel's messages, learning more and more about the third angel's messages, because I think the third angel's messages and the 2300 time prophecy is very important messages that we should be upholding. I'm not sure, but from what I've read, it sounds to me that is very important, that we should be soaking our brains with it, more than anything else, it seems. And we should be reading the Bible, of course, constantly. Both the Old and the New Testaments every day should be read. That's very important. So, and it says, saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgments come, and worship him that made heaven and the earth, and is he in the fountains of waters. That's the first angel's messages. That was given in 1844. And then it was rejected by the Protestants. I know they said the Seventh-day Adventist Church rejected it, but it was the apostate Protestants that rejected it back then, and they then became harlot daughters of the Catholic Church as a result of rejecting it. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And that symbolizes, Ellen G. White actually said that it shouldn't be, that's not, talking about the Catholic Church, because the Catholic Church were long fallen. They were long fallen before then. They were fallen for, they were long fallen. They've always been fallen. So, she's saying that that's not the Catholic Church there. It's not talking about the Catholic Church in verse 8. It's actually talking about the Protestants. It's fallen. You could read more about that in the Great Controversy, because I can't remember everything word for word what she said, but she definitely touched on that and she explained herself. And then if you read verse 9, it talks about the third angel's message. That's why I always say that Babylon is a family name for this religion, for this false religion system, because the daughters have got that name, and so is the mother. If you read Revelation chapter 18, it talks about the mother. Is it Revelation 17 and 18, and different chapters? It talks about the mother having the same name, doesn't it? Babylon. So really, they are one of the same. They're their family. And then the Jews, the Jews are not saints, they're not angels, okay, because they actually were in the White House not too long ago, and they were making laws and rules against Christians, that anyone that calls upon Jesus should be put to death. They were in the White House. There was something like that they were doing. So, for all those who are trying to, protect the Jews and trying to, support the Jews and promote the Jews, well, you know what, it's just as good as you are promoting and supporting the Catholic Church, because the Jews are, I believe they are the mother of the Catholic Church, because, what Jesus said in the Bible, when he talked about their children being their judges, when they were accusing him of doing miracles out of Beelzebub and all that. So maybe the Catholic Church is their mother then. And then if you read verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast... No, I mean, maybe they are the mother of the Catholic Church, and the Catholic Church is their daughter, I meant. That's what I meant, the other way around. But anyway, getting round back to this, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up in forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. So that's the third angel's message. I'm not sure where, hang on. Oh yeah, so the image, what is the image? The image is, now that's a bit tricky, I'm always getting tricked up on that. The image is where the Protestants, it's all explained in a great controversy, mind you. So you could go to the source and get it from the source, where the image is it talks about the image is, it represents the Protestants, the apostate Protestants, joining with the state. And we've seen that time and time again, haven't we, since 1994, that's been happening. The Protestants keep joining up with the state, and that's wrong. It's abomination. They shouldn't be doing that. So that's the image, because it's likened onto the Catholic